library, and today I'm going to be bringing the library into your home with some middle grade book bites. And middle grade book bites are snippets of stories that we have available in our juvenile fiction or juvenile graphic novel section that can be found in the library, but can also be found in ebook format, so you can download them at home while the library is closed. So the book I would like to share with you today is a book called Deafo. It is by Cece Bell. It is an AR book, so it is AR, it is a 2.7 level, and it is worth 2 points. The book Deafo is a graphic novel, so it's written in a graphic novel format. And it is also a memoir, and a memoir is a story that the author writes about themselves. So this is by Cece Bell, and this is Cece Bell's story of something that happened to her as a child. Cece, when she was 4 years old, she developed meningitis and she had hearing loss, so she wasn't able to hear correctly. She heard very little, but she was able to hear enough that they were able to give her a special device called a phonic ear that she would wear around her neck, and she would put the earbuds into her ears, and that would allow her to hear sounds that were transmitted from a microphone that somebody else had. So her teacher would have this microphone around her neck, and then when she talked, Cece would be able to hear what was being said. Cece is, at the beginning of the story, when she first goes to kindergarten, she goes to a deaf school, and everybody there is deaf. But for first grade, she is going to a public school where all of the students are hearing except for her. So she's the only one with this phonic ear device, and it's very lonely, and kids don't necessarily understand what it means and what it does, and she has trouble making friends, and she feels like she's different, and she feels like that the other students don't really accept her for who she is. Well, one day after school, she's at home and she's watching TV, and of course watching TV is a little bit hard because she misses some of the wording. But in the story on TV, there is a girl that is wearing a phonic ear, just like what Cece has, and Cece's really excited because she's going to get to see a story about somebody who's like her. Well, as the story takes place, somebody at the girl's school calls her Deafo, and or calls her Deafo, and Cece, she starts thinking about that, and she gets upset, and she leaves. She was watching with her brother and sister. She leaves, and she doesn't want them to see her cry. So she goes up to the bathroom, and she's standing in front of the mirror, and she says, "Am I Deafo too?" And she starts thinking about it like that. And then she raises her hand and waves to herself and says, "Hey, Deafo, Deafo." And she's thinking about what that sounds like. "You want to call me Deafo? Well, go ahead." And she just has a moment where she decides, yeah, that's right. Just call me Deafo. And she decides that Deafo is her superhero name, and that her phonic ear, instead of thinking of it as a disability or as something that's going to hold her back, is going to be her superpower. And it's going to be able to, she's going to take what happened to her and something that could be set her apart from everybody else, and instead make herself into a superhero. However, the one thing that she is missing a best friend, and so she's hoping that through this school year that her superpower and being Deafo will help her to find a friend and figure out how to fit in this new school. So I hope you enjoy the book. It is a very good book, and it just is really exciting just to know that this book really is a true story, and it's based on somebody's life. And you can even research Cece Bell, and you can find some videos of her that she talks about what it was like growing up, and she shows in the videos, she'll even show her phonic ear so you can see what it would look like. So I hope you enjoy the book. Check it out online at crownpointlibrary.org, and I hope to see you again soon.